on the phone with us, one of the best musicians in the world, Baby Bash, all the way from Texas. How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm actually just watching some old school fights on the Golden Boy Network. So I just got through watching the Danny Garcia fight Nate Campbell.
And let's talk. I mean, you're a huge boxing fan. You're a boxing head. You know your stuff. Danny Garcia, Lucas Mattyhsse. What do you think?
Wow, man, I cannot wait. I know everybody's waiting for the Canelo Mayweather fight, and I know I am too. But to tell you the truth, the best fight on that card is the Garcia-Mattyhsse fight. And I'm a big fan of Mattyhsse. I'm a big fan of Garcia also, and it's almost like a kid in a candy store, you know, a boxing fan, a kid in a candy store with that fight. It's going to be a grueling fight. I think people are underestimating Danny Garcia, but we all know that Lucas Mattyhsse is the machine, and they don't call him a machine for nothing, and he is a real machine. So it's going to be a great war. I think Mattyhsse pulled it out. I think Mattyhsse is going to hit him hard and often.
Last time I saw you in LA was actually at Danny Garcia, Amir Khan, right?
Yes, and Amir Khan's a good friend of mine too, and he got caught with that punch, and that kind of changed his career off. That was almost like a career changer for Amir Khan. It kind of like set him back a little bit, so he's trying to come back. But it also proved that Danny Garcia is the truth. You know, that fight really made me a believer of the Garcia camp.
Now, let's talk about the main card on September 14, of course. Mayweather Canelo. You were Canelo's last fight. You were Mayweather's last fight. What do you think of the event?
Wow, it's gonna be. You're right. It's gonna be an event. It's a boxing match, but it's also an event, and I think it's you got to give it up for Floyd Mayweather for taking that fight. You know, I heard he was gonna fight David Alexander and these other guys, and I was like, oh no, it's gonna be a boring fight, you know. But thank God that he said, you know what, I'm gonna give the fans what they want. I'm gonna fight the biggest name out there, which is Canelo, and it's gonna be a great fight. You know, it can go either way. Floyd, if it goes to decision, then we all know Floyd Mayweather is gonna just slap him around all over the ring. But if it's a knockout, I believe Canelo's gonna have to, you know, attack the body, attack the shoulder, and then attack the head. You know, they say if you attack the body, the head will fall. So many people have tried that with Floyd Mayweather. They've always said, oh, I'm going to go for the body, and no one even comes close. So, almost Miguel Cotto almost kind of gave a little bit of a recipe of how to beat Floyd. I don't think Cotto hits that hard anymore like he used to hit. He used to hit harder back in the day. So Alvarez is going to have to follow the Cotto recipe and probably attack that shoulder. You know, hit it hard and just try to dislocate it or something, because it's going to be hard to hit Floyd.
Absolutely. And Bash, you were on the press tour when Mayweather and Canelo went to Texas. What was it like to be over there on stage with, you know, thousands and thousands of fans cheering? Like, what was the energy like on the tour?
Oh man, you know, I've done superstar shows. I've done shows in front of 50,000 fans. You know, I've done shows all over the world in arenas, and the boxing, which is great. You know, the music is great, but the boxing energy is just. It's monumental, bro. It's like I almost feel like I was a boxer. You know what I'm saying? I almost felt like I was getting ready to fight. I wasn't even going to fight. I just was pumped up to the crowd. I was pumped up. And in Houston, Texas, I got to take pictures with the champ Mayweather and with Canelo, who was real cool with me. And it was just great energy. You know, it was a more pro Canelo crowd, but you know, you got to give it up for everybody. But it was great energy, and you know, hopefully I can go to a lot more boxing events like that. And I'll see you. If I go, I'll see you there too, huh? Hello.
Absolutely. But here's the thing. The fight, people aren't noticing it. It's creeping up fast. It sounded like, you know, in May they talked about it, and September's already almost here.
Ain't that crazy? I know, and it did go by fast. I mean, we've had a lot of great fights this past month. I think July was a great month in boxing. I think, you know, people always try to say, oh, you know, we're trying to bring boxing back. You know, to me, it never left. But you know, this July fights were great. I just hope we can, you know, Golden Boy and Top Rank and keep it up. You know, keep up the pace. And Golden Boy just got $1 million ticket when they put the Mattyhsse Garcia on the undercard of that great fight. I love him for that. That was a great move by Golden Boy.
And what do you think? I mean, let's talk about recent fights. Soto Carras Berto.
Wow, can you believe that? Berto, man. Berto was one of my favorite fighters coming up. He had so much, they had so much up for him. Like, Berto was the next guy, and it just seems like every time he's right there, he runs into a hard Mexican at the field, you know what I mean? And that just starts giving him a good fight, and it's always weird. Berto gets hurt early. It seems like the same thing happened in all three fights, whether it be Ortiz, whether it be Guerrero, or whether it be Soto Caras. They all hurt Berto early. It seems like weird. It's like the same recipe. Berto gets hurt early in the first, second round. He gets hurt. Then he stays up, and then he starts fighting. Then he starts fighting back, and then he gets hurt late. You know what I mean? It's almost like the same story. Berto gets hurt early. He survives that. Now he's fighting. Now he's hitting people with the wicked uppercuts. Now he's fighting. And then the last couple rounds, he gets hurt, goes down. It seems like that was the recipe for Berto, the past three fights.
But you have to give him props for his heart. I mean, fighting the entire fight with a hurt shoulder, going at it. He actually was doing well in the round, like the 11th round.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he's a warrior. He's a proven warrior. I mean, Berto's a proven warrior. I've never even thought he wasn't a warrior, and you got to give him a lot of credit. And, you know, only he knows how much that was hurting. So, you know what I mean? And he was going through it. And you got to give it to Soto Caras too for hanging in there, because he was getting hit with some shots too. But yeah, Berto is definitely a warrior. Got to give him props. Always going to be a fan of Berto and watch his fights.
Let's talk about another fight. November 24th, Macau, China. Brandon Rios, Manny Pacquiao. What do you think of that fight?
Macau, China, man. Let's get a ticket. Let's go. Let's just take a flight to China, man. Let's go to some of that good Chinese food. Hello. But I think that's going to be a great fight. You know. Of course, Manny Pacquiao is Manny Pacquiao. I don't know why people wrote him off just because he got hit coming in. First of all, the fight against Tim Bradley, they say he lost two fights. The fight against Tim Bradley, we all know Pacquiao really won that fight. You know, it was close, but we all know Pacquiao won that fight. The fight against Marquez, he was going in for the kill. He was going in for the kill. He hurt Marquez. He was going in for the kill, and he got caught. You know what happens? He got caught. You know, he was sleeping for a couple of days, but he's back. So Manny Pacquiao, to me, you know, is still there. Brandon Rios, a tough cookie. It's gonna be action packed. I can't wait to see the fight. I think. My brain kind of goes with Pacquiao. My heart is going for Rios. My brain is going for Pacquiao because I think Pacquiao needs this more than Brandon. If Brandon loses, he can always come back later on. If Pacquiao loses, he might be running for governor of Manila again or something like that. But I think Pacquiao's going to win, even though my heart is going for Rios. I just think Pacquiao's going to pull it off. It's going to be that might be fight of the year because Rios could take a punch and deliver a punch, and so we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a great fight.
No, absolutely. And the last fight I'm going to ask you about right now, Tim Bradley Marquez.
Wow, Tim Bradley, that boy Bradley, man. He seems that last fight against that Russian man showed me a lot for Bradley's heart, a lot more. I always knew he had heart. He has the heart of a Marine soldier's heart, and he's tough to beat. Marquez, I mean, he's looking real buff nowadays. You know what I mean? I think he's drinking a lot of that his own pee. I think he's drinking a lot of his good piss, and he's looking real buff and strong these days. So I think it's about time Bradley's finally going to not be able to squeak by with the win. Bradley squeaked by the last couple fights with some wins, but I think this is where it catches up with him. I think Marquez ends up winning this fight by decision. A great fight, but it'll be a decision because they both got hearts. And I think it'll be a war, and I think Marquez is going to pull it off because of how smart he is. Not saying Bradley's not smart, but I think Marquez is one of the smartest fighters ever in the history of boxing.
Man, I think Powerade need to come out with the Marquez piss drink. The power and it could work, man. I wouldn't be drinking it, but I think it's going to be a good novelty.
Yeah, you put that on the market, some of that piss aid.
So last thing.
Marquez, urinade. Yeah, it's called urinade.
Urinade. So, Baby Bash, if people want to follow you, where do they go?
Follow me at Twitter at Baby Bash. It's the official Baby Bash at Baby Bash on my Twitter. My Instagram is at Baby Bash. My Facebook is at Baby Bash. And my MySpace, don't hit me on my MySpace anymore because I forgot my code. I don't know how to check it, bro, so sorry about that.
So the Twitter, and there you have it. Stay tuned, one of the best musicians in the world. You can look up some of his biggest hits like Baby, Sugar Sugar, and of course Cyclone, and more coming up soon.
Yes, sir. Well, always good talking to you, buddy. You're a good dude, man. I can't wait till you have your own TV show, man. I want to be on the host with you.
There you have it, Baby Bash. FreedomNewsReporting.com. I'm Mattyhsse back reporting.